Hi guys, I'm Mark, a scuba diving instructor from Safe Diving.
And I'm Mark Evans, Editor-in-Chief of Scuba Diver magazine.
So in this series of videos, we're going to be taking a closer look at an entire range of the newest scuba diving equipment, and all of these videos are sponsored by Mike's Dive Store, the UK's largest scuba diving retailer, and they hold most of these items in stock at all times.
They're also doing their bit for sustainability by moving to eco-friendly packaging. And they also donate 1% of all their online profits to the marine conservation charity Sea Changers.
So let's jump straight in. Okay, so this is the Scubapro Hydros Xbcd. So this is effectively a jacket-style version of the Hydros Pro. The main difference with that is in the shoulder straps. They're made out of monoprene, the same as their fins, which just means that it dries much quicker. But people wanted a jacket style, so it inflates around their sides as well. It also gives them some extra storage pockets. So this is a very tough BCD. It's not particularly light, so if you're traveling, it's not the best, but you can still travel with it. You just have to sacrifice something else from your bag. So if we take a closer look, starting up over your left-hand shoulder, so we have a traditional corrugated hose inflator, and that leads down over your left-hand shoulder to the actual inflator itself. So two big buttons on this. This is Scubapro's balanced power inflator. So the big gray button deflates, and the red button is actually on a hinge, so when you're inflating it, you get a much better control. You also have the oral inflation valve as well, so you can orally inflate it. Okay, back up to the shoulder straps. So this is where we see that monoprene material, where these would normally be just a webbing strap or some kind of some nylon cordura. It's actually a sort of rubbery, almost silicone-like strap, which means it's very thin, it's nice and strong, but most importantly, it dries pretty much instantly. So between dives, and especially for that second dive, you don't have to put on a cold, wet, clammy sort of BCD. So this is a very smart material. It's also a little bit sort of grabby. It kind of sticks to you or your wetsuit, so your BCD doesn't kind of shimmy around when you're in the water. If we move down that strap, we've got a small pre-bent D-ring. So by sort of bending it halfway down, they just lift the bottom of that D-ring slightly away from the strap, so you can clip off onto it much easier. And then if we move further down the straps, we get to their sort of adjustable pinch clips. So this is just so that you can adjust for size, but as you can see, they're also hinged, so they're much more ergonomic. So that shoulder strap actually wraps around your shoulder, much more comfortable when it's not going to dig in anywhere. But you still have that quick release, so you can get out of the BCD in a jiffy. Over to the right-hand strap, very much the same. The only difference is obviously you don't have the inflator, but what you do have is this little cord with a pull toggle at the bottom, and this attaches to a dump valve over your right-hand shoulder. So if you're upright, you yank that down, that's going to vent gas out of your BCD so you can sink, and that's just a really easy way to start the dive. Moving down the shoulder strap, very much the same. You still have that pre-bent D-ring, but you also have a chest strap, which is adjustable. So you can move that up and down depending on where you like it. And that just helps stop those shoulder straps from kind of moving over your shoulder. Underneath that, we have the back plate. So as you can see up at the top, big grab handle, so you can grab your BCD and the tank and sort of carry it around with that. This is still that monoprene material again, so that's drying really, really quickly. It's nice and strong, and again, it gives you that little bit of sort of grip so the BCD stays in place. Down to the waistband, nothing overly fancy over the waist. It's just a two-way adjustable pinch clip. And then if we move across to the pockets, so pretty much the same on both sides. We can see we have an accessory pocket, a zipper pocket here. Now it's fully inflated right now, so I can't really show you how big the pocket gets, but there's a decent size. I can fit my sort of full hand inside of that, and it continues down underneath this weight pouch. And this is where the Hydros series kind of excels, because the weight pouch is actually stepped away from the pocket just that little bit. It means that when your BCD is inflated and you've got stuff in your pockets, the weight pouch isn't getting stuck in the middle, or it's not under any kind of pressure, so it's free to sort of move around. So this section here is actually fully removable. If you don't want it, you can actually unscrew that. And these do come in different colors. And of course, you can sort of personalize it to your heart's content. You have these two little grommets for all sorts of accessories, and you have two at the bottom as well, so that you can attach even more accessories. The integrated weight system, pinch clip release, so you're not relying on any kind of quick grabby kind of handles or mechanisms. It's a simple pinch clip, so when you need to, pinch on the red and then you can pull that pocket out. Very quick and easy, and no kind of complicated mechanisms there. The only thing that's different is we've got a little D-ring down at the bottom, again for any accessories like your DSMB, you can clip off onto that. So turning the BCD around, looking at the back side of it, up over the shoulders. So over your left-hand shoulder, this is actually a pull dump. So if you grab hold of the inflator and yank it down, there's actually a stainless steel cable inside of that corrugated hose, and that opens up this valve. Or if your buddy is diving this, you can actually toggle this grey switch, and that will actually vent air out of their BCD. So that's a really quick, easy way just to help someone control their buoyancy. Over to the right-hand side, we have an overpressure valve. This is the one that's attached to that cord over your right-hand shoulder. If you keep inflating your BCD, this one will vent. And if you yank down on that little toggle on your right-hand shoulder, that will vent. Moving down the BCD, we've got a little tank leash here, so that will go around your cylinder tank valve, just acts as a backup to the main cam band, which I'll talk about in a second, because either side of that you have these two trim weight pockets. So these are pinch clip pouches, but these are not quick release. So this is if you want to take some lead off of your integrated weights, move it a little bit higher up, just to get your trim just perfect. You can actually put some lead weight in these pouches, but you can't really reach them to sort of ditch them in an emergency, so don't put too much lead in there. The actual cam band is a little bit special compared to a traditional cam band. As you can see, it's a two-part system. So we have these two buckles, and then when you adjust this cam band for size, you then loop that over the mechanism, and then you can clamp that down. So it's really quick and easy. You don't have to worry about threading cam bands quite so much. It's really quick to sort of take it off and really easy to clamp it on at the same time. Down at your left-hand kidney, you have another pull dump. So this is if you're horizontal or inverted in the water and you need to dump some gas, you have this little valve there. Okay, so that's the Scubapro Hydros Xbcd, a really kind of heavyweight, tough jacket style BCD. It follows the same kind of design as the Hydros Pro in that sort of new monoprene material. So yeah, it's got kind of everything that you need, and it's really all of the best bits of the Scubapro BCD range. For a full range of BCDs, don't forget to visit mikesdivestore.com or visit their shop in London. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Scuba Diver magazine channel and hit that little bell icon so you are notified every single time we upload a video. But if you want to see a video right now, you can click on this playlist here to see our scuba diving fundamentals playlist, or you can click on this one for some slightly more advanced videos. Thanks for watching and safe diving.